Oh, that was interesting. It said 71 minutes until I was going to start, and I was pretty sure I had that scheduled for 12:30, and then Doug up and ended abruptly on me. So I'm going to rerun that intro for anybody that's late. Tony Wallow, afternoon, homie. Thank you. Hopefully the audio and video is good. Video or the audio might be a little low. Let me move this up there. There's Speedy C. Hi. And I'm going to replay the intro again and see what you guys think. I just kind of tossed this together this morning while I was watching and listening to Doug play Fortnite. So that's the new intro for Daily Davinci as it stands right now. So we'll jump right into Daily Davinci and I'll show you how I did that. So first thing we'll do is go over here to the edit page and you'll see there's some red right here, and that's because I just reused a previous opening, which I think we all know that previous opening would be this one right here, which will show up. There we go. So I just reused that opening, and then I went to this and I just changed some things around by adding the Davinci Resolve logo and the text, and I wanted to play around a little bit with the text just to see what I could do. And now we'll jump over into that by going to the Fusion page, because that's where all this happened. I'm going to move this up out of the way. I'm going to highlight all this, and I'm going to move it down to about right there. I'm going to hit the number 1, and it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. It's been working. There we go. So I was going to say, this has been working all morning long until now. So the number 1 actually allows me to zoom my screen in like this. And then as long as I'm zoomed in, I'm pretty much locked in. I can't move the mouse. I don't even think escape will let me do it. No, yeah, I guess it will. So this is how I did that. Okay. And today what I want to do, now I'm going to hit the number 2 one time to bring it back to there, number 2 to bring it back to normal size. So I really miss having zoom on this, and I don't know if I want to incorporate it or not, but you can see right here, again, I'll bring this up. So this is nothing more than a flow chart, and I didn't change any of the names, but if you'll notice, doggone it, 1, 2. So I figured this out, how to do this. This is my first text, which when we click on that, that says daily, which is right here. Now, if I hit control, it still has that. My second text is Davinci, which is, let's bring this down a little bit. Let's go to a 1 right there. And then the third text is this, the Resolve, which is over, according to Resolve, it's off the screen, but it's not. It's right there. Let me grab this. So you just have to remember, especially for Long Dog is getting the free copy of this Davinci software. The only thing they're going to ask me as far as my email address, of course. I want to say, yeah, I had the free version for such a long time, and everything in here that I'm showing today. Oh yeah, I was going to show you something else too. Everything I'm showing you in here today is available in the free version. So I'm temporarily going to close this. I'm going to open up this little gizmo that I got. I'm going to move it over here out of the way. I'm going to bring Davinci back up, and then I'm going to go to this, and then I'm using a horrible green, but it makes my point, if you know what I mean. So, and I can change that color later. So you just have to look at this as a flow chart. I took a picture, which is that one right there in the background, and I connected it to originally the planar tracker. And then when I added the merge, the text, to put the text over it, it goes here. So I will do another video one of these days to show you guys how this works. This is broken up here. Oops. I couldn't have done that if I tried. There we go. So right here, right here, right here, right. You get the point here. These are all broken down into, these are all images. Everything in there is an image. Everything, oops, my bad. Everything in this is a modifier. It's going to modify the image. Everything in here, again, I got to remember to click the doggone thing. Everything in here is, I can't, it's just it's like an adjustment. It's the best way I know to explain it. And then everything on the next one is the, I got to change that green. I don't like that green. Specific adjustments. Now I'm going to demonstrate that. So you guys have seen now how this is. This is how I created the Daily Davinci. I just took a previous project, I threw all the media up here, and I reworked it. So now we're going to get out of that completely. I renamed it Hallway Pictures Copy. So I'm actually going to rename it again by resaving the project as, and this is now going to be called Daily. Now here's another thing I like at the bottom. You saw Davinci. So if I start this over again, this is another feature of this thing I just used. So it tells you what I'm doing. So I type Daily. Learn how to spell would be a major miracle. Daily Davinci. Doggone it, I can't spell. The Vinci opening. I'm going to save that. So now when I go to my project manager after that saves, I don't have to well, I will. It doesn't take that long to do that. So I'm going to re-render this. It's real simple to render. I'm just going to go in here and call this Daily Davinci. Leave it at that. It's going to go to my projects in OBS. I don't have to change anything else. Render. Hit it. Render all. It'll take about 10 seconds. Now it says 30. It only took about 10 seconds a while ago. Maybe because I wasn't doing anything else. So I need someone to keep an eye on the time for me. Maybe I'll get Tony Waller to do that for me. And at about the 18-minute mark, send me a text and say, time's up. All right, so now I've got it rendered. We will close Davinci Resolve completely. We'll go open up the D drive, which you guys know how this works. It's really nonsensical for me to show this, but completed projects, OBS finished, and then I have Daily Davinci and Daily Davinci opening. They're both the same thing, so make sure the one I just did is good. And it is, yeah, speech to change a file name would be actually very cool, because that way I'm not going to make too many mistakes. Well, yeah, I would, the way that I talk. So I'm going to reopen Davinci Resolve. Yeah, they're called oops moments. Boy, aren't they called oops moments. And that, I think that's going to be my third thing that I start. It's going to be called the oops moment. So you can see here in the flow of things, we have started out with hallway pictures. I made a copy. I changed the copy. Changed it to Davinci Resolve, our Daily Davinci opening. So I'm getting better at this. I actually got this done in 3. So pretty happy with that. Now, we'll get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and open up another project. I'm not even going to change anything because I really don't need to change anything. Go get what was I going to show you guys? Oh, we're going to go to Fusion, and we'll just call it Fusion 1. We'll drag it down to there. Now you'll notice that stupid little thing is really super small. The reason for that's because of its duration. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to change the duration, and it's going to say it's 15, no, it's bigger than 15 seconds. That's for doggone sure. But I'm going to change it anyway. I'm just going to make it 0030, not 300, that'd be 5 minutes, I believe. 00, and it should have got a whole lot bigger than that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I can work with this. I'm going to go ahead and right click on here and open in the Fusion page right here. Then it's going to be right there. Now you'll notice there's no media in, media, there's nothing there at all. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring a background node down. I'm going to bring a blur mode down. I'm going to bring text mode down. And I don't quite understand the paint, so I'm going to get rid of it. Now you'll notice over here on the screen, it's popping up with this stupid thing here because this thing I'm using is on a trial. I got to find one that's non-trial that I like. For right now, I'm just using this one. So what this is you don't have anything going on. If I connect my background to this, and this is a picture. This is a black picture. That's all this is, nothing else. If I click on background and I change the color to white or any other picture, now it's a blue picture. And that's all it is. It's just a picture, nothing else. Same thing with the noise. If I connect it, it's a picture. And you can manipulate the picture by clicking on it, going into your scaling, your positioning, brightness. You can change all of that. And as most of you know by now, anything that's got a checkered board, we're going to change the color back to black and bring the alpha down all the way. Oh, shut up. Bring the alpha back all the way. Anything that's checkerboard's transparent. The software that I'm using to draw on the pictures is called Pointer Focus, and it's on the trial version. So it's real simple. I kind of get away from what I'm doing right now, but it's real simple. It brings up, when you download it, you get this and you get this, and you can draw a cross chair like that. Or if you have the keyboard enabled, when you type, then it comes across the bottom. So if I type right now, which I can't, but because I'm not in anything, you got your mouse functions. Now I forgot to turn this one on. I do like this one. You can go in here to settings and go to the spotlight pin, change the pin, and let's go to, red's horrible, green's horrible. I guess I'll go with blue for now. But yeah, it's called, I'm going to turn the mouse on, called Pointer Focus, and it's a trial version. So I am going to try to find something that is non-trial that I like. The other one that I'm using right here called Glass Brick is what I use to, when I'm in here, if I hit the number 1, then it zooms it in. If I hit the 1 again, zooms it in again. The thing that I can't figure out, if I want to work with it zoomed like this, I don't want the whole thing to move. Okay, I would rather it stay there. Then number 2 takes it back to normal size. So I do like this feature of this because A, it's bigger, and I can see what I'm doing. So to continue real quick, if we take text, it's the same thing. Click on the text node. It's just a picture. Believe it or not, this is a picture. And then in here, you can change the color again to anything you like. And then you can change the size in here to anything you like. You can take the tracking and spread it out any way you want. And if you screw up, which I tend to do a lot, then there's two ways you can get back. You can Control Z, it takes it back, or if you track it out, you can hit the little white button right here, and it zeroes it back to where it was at. Okay, so then obviously you have in the media pool, you can grab a true picture, and we'll grab this one that everybody thinks is me that I guarantee you is not me, and we bring it down here, and we connect that, and it's a picture. That is not me. Okay. Yeah, Long Dog, there is a way you can right click, arrange the tools to the grid to connected or auto arrange, and I can't figure out how to make them work for the life of me. So I end up playing around with crap more often than I should. If you put a picture over that, you can only have one picture over at one at a time to your media out. If you disconnect this, you can put your text over it. You can't take the fast noise now and put it over it because it's already occupied. Real quick, you have the yellow node and the gray node. Yellow is in, gray is out. That's about the easiest way to explain that. So, now I just said you can't have two things at one time. Well, sort of, kind of. Oh yeah, it's your uncle. Bob is your uncle. So I've been told. So we will grab this picture and we'll put it in here. See how that's not right? I don't know. Right click to grid. Doesn't make any difference. And then we grab, I don't get it. I'll figure it out one of these days, and then auto arrange really screws me up. But anyway, so now I'm going to go back to my text node, and I'm going to actually change my text node. And if you want to see what you're doing, well, you can't hit the number 1 on the keyboard on the keypad because it expands it. So I have to hit the number 1 over here on top of the keypad or keyboard itself across the top, and it brings it up here, and I can see what I'm doing. Then I can kind of figure out what I want to do with this. So I'm actually going to I'm going to change that. And I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to put this is not Ken, because it's not. I don't know who this is, honestly. And I'm good with that. So I'm going to click off that, and that gets me out of that. Now you watch me take this and try to put it in there. I can't do it. All I have to do is take this text node, take the out of the text. This is always out. The gray is always out. Always out. Take the out and put it anywhere on this median. Anywhere on this median except the blue triangle. And I'll show you that in a minute. If I put it here, what it should have done and what it did is two different things. What did I do wrong? Well, let's figure out what I did wrong. Naturally, this is not going to work because I want it to. So I'm going to get rid of these for now. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to grab a text node as long as it's highlighted. There, it did what it's supposed to do. And I'm kind of liking these up here. And I want that up there as well. So now I'm going to go to my text node. I'm going to put in there, this is not Kent. Now you'll notice, we'll change the color so we can see this. You'll notice that it's now on the picture. So if I come over here and hit the number 1 on the keyboard, I can move this around anywhere I want. And you're going, but wait, Ken, you said a while ago you can't have two things at one time. You can, as long as you're using a merge. A merge can only merge images. It cannot do anything else. And if I take and bring another text node down, so if I go to my median and hit text, it adds another merge, because this merge already has two things on it. It has the picture and it has the text. So no matter if I bring another picture down here, go grab a picture, just go grab Greg's fish, get this dumb thing out of the way, and then bring it down, try to put it on merge one. That shouldn't have worked. Take this one off. Yeah, because this media one, even though it's not connected here, in a roundabout way it is. So if I change this, disconnect that, reconnect this, all about order. So I'm going to go back to my original one. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put this to there. It's going to add another merge. Then I'm going to put, I should be able to maybe throw this to here. No, I cannot. I can't really get it to work, but I know a merge only handles two things at one time. I know that. So, but there's a way to do this. I can take this picture right here, maybe. Oh, what happened there? Well, I bypassed all of this because this is not connected anymore. You can see that. It's kind of fun. What I would recommend to anyone that gets started is download Davinci Resolve, open it up, go to your edit page, and just start messing around with it. Try to figure out, and I'm just going to close this. I'm not going to save it. Don't save. There's a reason I did that. Yeah. I'll go back and read chat comments. I'm turning into such a Doug. So I'll bring up Davinci Resolve. I'm at 22 minutes. I'll try to wrap this up in the next 4 or 5 minutes, which will probably be 7 or 8. And I'll show you why I think that box was that little. So I'm going to open up a project, which is a new project. I'm going to go down here to my settings, right here. Settings. I'm going to click on settings, but I can't click on it because I got this arrow there. So there's settings right there. I'm going to turn this by escape, then I'm going to hit settings. I'm going to change it from 24 frames per second to 30 frames per second, and I hope that box is bigger now. I honestly don't know. I'll hit save. I'll go into the edit page. New fusion compound, create it, drag it down here, and it's still small. So I'm back to that problem. I thought I had that solved. Now you can grab right here and you can expand it, but I found when I expand the box, it also is expanding the timeline, and I've played with this and played with this and played with this. I'm not sure why that is. Let me grab a media. Go grab this. Bring this down. Yeah, that one's fine. The other thing I learned is if you like to have it, let's just say, I'll just grab a bunch of stuff here. It doesn't really matter because this is not going to be saved or anything. We'll grab that one. That's from BH Ringer. It's funny as all get out. We'll grab the mailboxes. You can also do it, import media. Let's just say you want to grab a bunch of them at one time. You can highlight your one, go to the end, and you guys all know basic computering, so those are there. Hit open, and it'll bring them in at one time. So now, if I double click on this, you'll see there's different formats. So I'll double click on this last one. Come down here, out of this. I double click on it to show it in there. Highlight them all. Come over here to retime and scaling. Somebody obviously doesn't know I'm streaming right now. Alex. Come down here to retime and scaling. Go into scaling. And you want to click on fill. So what that does, that takes all these pictures and it's going to fill it to the screen. Then you're going to have to go in and obviously make some changes because that's not what we want, but that's what it does. So now I'm done with that. Now no matter what I click on, it's going to be what I want. And it comes in handy, except for this one. That's because it was on top and under timeline. I could reframe it to highlight it, go to retime and scaling, go to fill, and I guess MP4s can't be done. So let me go catch up on chat. I don't know if that's the one I'm using or not. Let me go bring that up real quick and I'll tell you. Oops, something went wrong. So I was unable to, oh, you know why? Because I was in the studio. Let me go back. Did that disconnect my stream? No, it did not. Okay. Let me try this again. No, that's not the one that I'm using. I'm pretty sure. I believe that is specifically from Microsoft itself. I'll watch this later on. It's only 4 minutes, but I'm pretty sure that's not. The one I am using is called Pointer Focus, and I'll drop a link in chat for you guys on that one. This is the one that I use. Control V. That's the one that I'm using right there. You can check it out and see what you like. I thought I would like it, which I do like it. I'm not going to pay for it. I don't like it that much. So this is pretty handy to know if you get something that's not what you want, and then you can go in there and adjust this to however you want with your zoom and everything else. You come up here, so oh, it's too big. Well, then you're like changing the picture, so then let's move the positioning of it, which is left and right, rotate it around. Pretty basic stuff. So my point to that was get Davinci, open it up. Oh, you know what I just realized? I didn't start. Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys. You forgot to tell me. Boy, you can tell it's a Monday. You can tell it's a Monday. There we go. Now I'm all chopped up. Why am I all chopped up? Well, because I keep messing with my settings and it gets messed up. There we go. Now, why do I have a white? Oh, because this dumb background box is in there. Doggone it. So, there we go. Let's see what I'm at here. 28 minutes, 57 seconds. So, yeah, look at the bright side. You got to hear my lovely voice, but you didn't get to see my pretty face until a minute and a half to go. So that probably makes a lot of you happy. Tomorrow, maybe a little bit more structure. Go back to videos a little bit for Rick and show him. I really look forward to this. I really look forward to learning more on Davinci Resolve. I actually look forward to maybe people reaching out and saying, hey, can you do this for me, or is this possible, or whatever. Obviously, you can tell by this, especially now it's going to, it should not go away. It should stay there. I turned off the clock. Yeah, so that's going to stay there. That's just, oh, it should have stayed there. I guess not. Anyway, you can tell on the word resolve, I changed the letters around. So I've got that down. I can do that in my sleep now practically. I need to figure out if there's a way to rotate them letters. And this is probably going to be my big rabbit hole because I really want to rotate those letters. I don't know why. I just do. Um, just something that I want to do. So if there aren't any questions, yeah, well, the mailbox. Now, there's a story behind that mailbox. Oh yeah, and good. Thank you, Long Dog. My God, look how big I am over there. So you'll notice a while ago I brought them all in at once, and when it puts it on the timeline, it puts it all in on the timeline. Okay, if I bring these down, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna highlight these. I'm gonna bring these down. Watch what it does. Now, if I grab my pointer, my playhead, and go across, it should have every one of them pictures in there on a line. Kind of a cool little function there if you're dealing with a lot of stuff. I briefly looked at the cut page. Supposedly you can go in there, and as you move it here, it moves in the bottom. So if I wanted to make a cut right there, I could. Cut right there, I could. Yeah, that's about as close to the actual mailbox as I could get. It was made as a joke for Josh Kinder, who broke his mailbox by swinging on it. And we still don't know the full story on that. Probably never will. So I'm going to go ahead and end. Doesn't do it in the order of the file names you just dragged. Good question. Very good question. So what his question is doesn't do it in the order of the file names you just dragged. I would assume when you're playing back in. So let's play it back. Or actually, let's do this. Let's get rid of all those. Let's go grab specific files, import media. We'll grab this one first. We'll grab that one second, third, fourth, fifth, not an MP4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll grab those 10. Get that dumb thing out of the way. We'll put them in there. I'll start at the top. No, actually I can't. I'll start at the bottom. We'll grab them. I'll start at the top and drag them down. And we'll see. So the first one was the mailbox. We'll hit play. Reverse order, maybe. Did I not drag those all down at once? I did. Why is there a space in? I like the space. I'm not sure why there's a space. I like the space. So photo mailbox. There's going to be another little space I see. Brief space. Yeah. Now the only way for me to know which one is which is I'll grab this one and put it over here. So that's not the cake. That's the so that was the third one or the second one down. Okay, that's the first one. We'll go back to here. Go back to the beginning. So grab the first one, put it over here. That's the first one. Get rid of the first one. Grab the second one. Bring it down. And put my playhead right. Get over here. Put the playhead right there. So that's the second one, which is the second one. So yeah, it does put them down in order. Yeah, it looks like it does. This is the first one, second one. This will be the third one. If I drag it down and go over to the third one now, over here, it's going to be the third one. Go to the fourth one. That's going to be Doug. So this is, if I bring this one, that's Doug. So yeah, it is in order. I will mess around with that and see. I honestly don't know if it does it or doesn't do it all the time or not. I have no clue. I don't do it that way. I like to bring in my pictures individually. Again, it's just me. There's no rhyme or reason to it. That's just how I like to do it. And then you can zoom it like that, zoom it like that, or you can hit the number 1 and zoom it like that. It's all kind of ways to do it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I know I'm well over a half hour, probably closer to 35 minutes. Oh yeah, 35:25. So thank you, gentlemen. I'll see you tonight. I'll schedule the stream 10:45, 11 o'clock. We'll see Daily Davinci, and I don't have an outro yet, other than thank you, gentlemen. In London, for a reason, the space might be have to. I'm not sure, but I will look into it. I will go back and read all the comments. I'm not going to be like Doug and highlight them tomorrow. So thank you. I'll see you, gentlemen, tonight and tomorrow. Bye for now. Let's see how long that takes to end. Well, I could pull a Doug Betts here and think I ended it and still be going. I'm still going. Did I not hit stop stream? Wow. I did hit stop stream. At least I think I thought I hit start stream. Let me go see. Yeah, really, I'm telling. Well, when the camera's on, I can tell the camera's on. It does seem to happen. It seems to happen a lot on Twitch. Yeah, I'm not sure what goes on with Twitch. Why is that not stopping? There's that dumb little pop-up again. So I'm gonna hit continue. Maybe it'll go away. Monday morning. Let's try. Oh, you know what? Somehow this got put to automatic stop. I don't get it. I'll fix